All right, today I'm going to be looking at your scale quiz and going over problems on that. So the written part of the test had a map of the United States and you had a ruler and you needed to figure out some actual distances based on the measurements from your ruler. So first of all, they gave us this scale here and they said that 3 centimeters measured on your ruler is equal to 600 real life miles. Remember that we're going to make proportions. And we're always going to compare the model number, or the map in this case, over the actual. So the first one is the distance between San Francisco and Chicago. Our first ratio is going to be really this right here, our scale. So we're going to do 3 centers on the map is 600 actual miles. When we measure with our ruler, we find that we're 9 centimeters apart on our map and we want to know the actual distance. So we'll do some cross checks. 3x equals 9 times 600, or 3x equals 5,400. We'll divide both by 3 to get that the actual distance is 800 miles. For the next question, we're going to set up a proportion where the first ratio is the same. It's just the scale that they gave to us, and we'll measure the distance between Chicago and Augusta on our ruler. It's 5 centimeters, and we want to know the actual distance. So we'll do cross products again to get 3x equals 3,000. And so, of course, if we divide both sides 3, we get that they are 1,000 miles apart. The next part on our written part is this floor plan here. We are going to use this scale that they gave us, that 1 inch equals 8 feet, and we're going to measure how big each of the rooms are in inches on our ruler. So first it says to find the area of the actual kitchen. So we are doing the kitchen right here first. We measure it with our ruler. We get that it is 1 inch by 1 inch, which is actually 8 feet, right, by 8 feet. So we know the area is just base height, so 64. And then we're going to do the bedroom. The most common mistake on this one was just reading directions. You know, that always gets us, doesn't it? It's asking us this time for the perimeter. When we measure with a ruler, this is 1.5 inches, which is actually 12 feet. And this way over here is 2.5 inches, which is actually what would that be, 20 feet. So this is going to be 12 feet. This is going to be 20. So we're going to do 12 plus 20 plus 12 plus 20 to get all the way around, and that's 64 feet. All right, Eric is this is the formative.com part now, the digital part. Eric's planning to build a rectangular garden box, and he sketches the plan using this scale, similar to the scales we used on the previous problems. The box has a width of 5 inches on the drawing. Proportion could be used to find the actual width. So remember, you're doing model, which is the drawing, over actual. And the first one is always going to be the one they give you. So this is the model, this is the actual, and then that 5 is the drawing or the model. What you don't know is the actual. So which one is that? This one? All right, then the question is asking you to actually solve this. So let's go ahead and solve it by doing cross products. We'll do 1.5x equals 6 times 5. So 1.5x equals 30. So when we divide both sides by 1.5, we're going to get 20. Which, what's this? All right, which scale factor is used to make the model of the car? Always comparing the model over the actual. So the model is 5, the actual is 14. So if we wanted to know what 1 inch equals, we would want to know what 1 inch is, what's the actual. So I can do cross products. 5x equals 14, divide both sides by 5, and 14 divided by 5 is 2.8. So it would be this one. The distance between Mandel City and Rioville on a map is 3.2 inches. Here's the scale. How many actual miles? So we're going to do just like we did with the map of the United States. We're going to key as our first ratio. 3.2 is on the map. We don't know the actual, so we're going to do cross products. 1 times is just x, and then 32 times, or 3.2 times 15 gives us 48, so it would be 48 miles. We're not doing any like this. These seem to be really hard for us, so I didn't put them on the bump test. Okay, this was just an actual screenshot from a review problem we did in class. The Willis Tower in Chicago is 1,454 feet tall, and a model of it has this scale. So we're going to do the scale as our first ratio. And then this measurement is the actual Willis Tower. We know the actual goes in the denominator and the model goes on top. So there's my ratio. Do cross products. 45 times x equals 1,454 times 2. So 1,454 times 2 is 2,098. And of course I'm using a calculator, but I'm always showing my work just like you will. So I'm going to divide both sides by 45. And x is 64.62. Round it off. Matt is on a road trip and reading a map that has this scale, another scale with him. His trip measures 4 inches on the map. What will be the actual distance? So this is going to be our first show in our proportion. 4 is the measurement on the map. We want to know the actual. So we're going to do cross products to get E. That's it. Thanks for watching.